we're back with Maxwell Starr's beer review. Welcome to another episode. In this one, we're going to take a look at the very first rye beer reviewed on this channel. Going to take a look at Rising Tide's Daymark. It's an American pale ale with locally grown rye. The description on the back reads, chart a new course with Daymark as your guide. We start with a classic, clean and crisp American pale ale brewed with spicy Columbus and Centennial hops. Then we accent the grape bill with rye grown on a small local family farms and malted right here in New England. Finally, we dry hop the finished beer for a bright floral aroma. This beer is unfiltered, unpasteurized, and bottle conditioned. Haze and sediment from the live yeast in the bottle are a result of the natural process used to create this beer. For best appearance, decant carefully into a clean, clear glass. Whatever. So it's from Portland, Maine, by the Rising Tide Brewing Company, which is a fairly small operation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's small and it's new. It's basically a home brewer that kind of took off and almost started bottling their own work. Like it didn't come out of a brew pub. It didn't come out of like a spin-off of a large operation. So far, Shipyard hasn't touched it, as far as I know. This is almost
it's
the.
Not owned by Shipyard, is it?
No, this is pretty much the epitome of a nano brew. Other than they bottle rather than just selling their stuff on draft.
Yeah, like this, the grain, the rye that this actually made in this beer, isn't it like from the guy's backyard or something?
Yeah, it's like a local family friend kind of thing. Like it's just a tiny little operation, hopefully the quality holds up because it's such a small operation. It was a $7 bottle, which the price tag is still on the cap, at Bangor Wine and Cheese, if anyone's looking for it, although I'm sure it's available in different places throughout Maine. Very small production runs, very small operation. I know a lot of beer snobs equate tiny production runs with amazing quality, so let's see if that pans out.
Yeah, exactly. It says beer first. To learn more, please visit us on the web at risingtidebrewing.com. This bottle contains 1 pint, 6 fluid ounces. Alcohol by volume is 5.5%. So let's, yeah, this should be interesting. I've never had a rye beer before. I imagine you have.
Yeah, I think I've had a few that have had rye in them before, but I don't remember off the top of my head what they were exactly. But I'm pretty excited about it. I love rye bread, so hopefully rye beer is just as good.
I love rye bread too. Here, you do the honors since it's your beer.
There's a nice smoke coming off the top of that.
Yeah, it is. It's like...
just a plain silver cap, though. So nothing exciting there.
Well, what would you expect from it? Basically, this is some guy's bottled homebrew, so... which actually sounds quite cool.
Oh, it's really pale. Huge head on that. I can't even fill up my glass the whole way because it is just massive.
Yeah, it's clearer than I thought it was going to be because they're explaining this to be unfiltered and holy crap.
A lot of good citrus aroma off that. Oh, too
oh
far.
Balls, oh balls.
All right, that's going to spend a little time in the sink for a minute.
Right.
So let's look at mine, which I didn't overpour.
Shit.
Nice work.
Oh, man. We just had that Weyerbacher in the trout stew. Alright, so
we've still got that much left in the bottle. The bottle actually has head in it from there to there.
Well, very carbonated, and it's still quite... it's clear, but it's got a little bit of haze to it. Oh, man.
That is... I don't know, basically unlimited head.
That's a lot of head. You know what? Let's wait for the head to die down, and we'll give it a sniff.
Okay.
All right. Well, the head hasn't died off a lot, but we can really smell it from here, so we may as well dip into this one. So, off the top of that, I'm getting this nice sweet and spicy smell.
Yeah, there's a lot of spicy hop to this. It's really quite pleasant. It's definitely got a stronger aroma than the dogfish, or not dogfish, flying dog. Too damn many dogs lately.
Well, it's got this nice, it's got a citrus aroma, but it's also got this bit of pine to it too. So it's like
a bit of floral too.
It's like that white grapefruit kind of thing again.
Yeah, it's a light grapefruit, or if pine trees had flowers, this is kind of what I'd imagine it would smell like.
Yeah, you're right. There is a floral aroma to that.
This is actually really complex for what it is.
It is like a bouquet of flowers in your nose, basically. It's nice.
Yeah,
But it's got that nice smell, of, like nice spicy twang to it as well.
Yeah, they must have used lighter rye, not the dark rye from the dark rye bread like you'd get with a Montreal smoked meat or something. This has got to be the white rye bread.
Yeah, like the light rye bread. I love rye bread in general. So
I prefer the marble or the dark, but this
marble's the best.
This must be from the lighter bit because it's a very light. It almost looks like a pale lager, really. Just it's so light. If it wasn't for that little bit of orange up at the top there.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of orange hue to it, but for the most part, it's this pale golden blonde.
Yeah, it's quite pale. Lots of
very
carbonation coming
puffy
out.
white head on that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's dying off quite slowly. If you can see that in there, it's got this like pillowy appearance as it dies down. It's really got quite an impressive amount of head retention.
That is just kind of nuts. Don't overdo it again. Look.
Oh, balls.
Okay, is it gonna stain? Patience knows.
Yeah, I don't want beer. All right. So yeah, it looks really nice, and it's got some impressive head retention. A lot of head. I wonder if the rye does that. I'm not sure if rye's got good head retention.
It's got 3 fingers of head in the bottle on this much beer left in it.
like there.
This has just been.
Now it's unpasteurized and bottle conditioned, so it's unfiltered as well. So it's a lot clearer than I was expecting for a beer for a beer that is that way. But it's got you can tell it's got this nice like hazy appearance.
It is hazy, but it's still quite light. Like it's not cloudy. It's not thick.
The head retention is real nice. Where it's got these bubbles that just keep getting bigger. It's like that Weyerbacher.
Yeah, this is actually really quite nice. If you've really got some whipped cream, shaving cream kind of thing on the go here. It's pure white, unlike some of the other ones where it ends up being this weird off color. Yeah, it's got tons and tons of foamy white head on this thing. It's actually a little hard to get past that to get at the beer itself.
What, past the head?
Yes.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, yours is right back up there again.
Whoops. Alright, might as well just skip right to the taste then.
Yeah, we'll see if we can scooch past this head here and see if we can get at the liquid.
Oh, that's nice.
That is dry, that is hopsy.
Got this nice piney, earthy bitterness in the back.
Yep.
And it's light as a feather. Oh my god, that's so light. It's like Miracle Cream light. Wow, that's...
If you were not the least bit of a hophead, this would be terrible, but...
It's very hoppy, but it's not absolutely bitter.
No, but this is, in terms of an American pale, this is definitely hoppier than the Dogfish was. Oh. This is almost kind of reminiscent...
You mean the Flying Dog, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, pardon me. The Dogfish was quite hoppy.
Yeah.
This is hoppier than the Flying Dog. It's actually kind of reminiscent of a hop yard.
Like Garrison's Hop Yard, if you've ever had that. The hoppiness is quite similar. We're talking like 40 IBUs. So it's as hoppy as your typical American like pale ale. Otter Creek's pale ale was on the same, maybe not quite as much. Maybe this I gotta say is around the 40 mark. But it's so light. It's got this light amount of sweetness, and it fades into this nice hoppy, bitter, piney bitterness with some nice tropical and citrusy fruit flavors in the back.
It's got a nice citrus tang to it,
and it's got I'm not really picking up a huge amount of the sourness, but there's a touch of it there from the rye.
A little bit of sourness,
which would go along with the fact that they used a light rye with this.
This is really quite nice.
That is really good.
Yeah, I guess sometimes the small companies do it best.
Yeah, they do.
I
love how dry that is because it just sort of disappears as soon as it goes down the back. It's not as dry as like some Belgian ales, but
I had some moderately high expectations for this, but it's definitely lived up to them.
Sure has. Anyway, I think we're gonna sit down with this one for a bit, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. We'll be right back. And we're back with Rising Tide's Daymark. What do we think about this particular beer? Well, Just look at the amount of head lacing that thing is leaving. The only detracting things that I can think of, and really I don't know enough about the rye style of beers to really like criticize on this, but I just find that there's not really a whole lot of rye flavor in there. There's a little bit of spiciness and a little bit of sourness, but it's not enough to make you think that it's anything other than the hops that are doing this. On the other hand, it's really nice and light, really dry, and I wouldn't necessarily call it crisp, but you can definitely tell it is dry hopped, and it's got these really, really nice hop tastes.
I mean, I'm going to end up disagreeing with you a little bit on this one, but I think the not being overwhelmingly hoppy or overwhelmingly rye-ish, whatever that would be, it shows balance and restraint. So, kudos to them for favoring balance over some sort of gimmick.
True. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I mean, I would have thought, like, if it's advertising it's got rye, that you'd be able to tell that there's rye in it. Maybe that's just me doing it, and like to be able to taste the different ingredients. But at the same time,
seriously,
if they were to overdo it, it wouldn't make a great beer.
Does oatmeal stout really taste that much like oatmeal, though?
No, it doesn't.
So why would you expect a rye pale to taste like rye?
No, I'm just thinking. You would think that the flavors that they had used it. Oatmeal does something completely different for the beer, though. I suppose rye is technically an adjunct. But I mean, whatever. I mean, I still really enjoyed this beer because for a pale ale, that's really good.
This is definitely in hop yard territory.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably the best pale ale I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's definitely up there with Garrison's Hop Yard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I quite like this one as much as the Flying Dog Classic Pale Ale, but this is really, really nice and really, really easy to drink.
For such a new brewery with such a small operation, this is clearly masterful work.
Oh yeah, this is like masterful. This is really good.
So if anyone from Rising Tide ever sees this, which I totally know you will, good work, guys. We're very happy with it.
We're very happy with this particular brew, and you guys have done a very good job with this one. And I wish you guys the best because I'd really love to see this beer in New Brunswick because I drink this. This is really nice.
Yeah, I really have no major complaints about this. This is just a really nice pale ale. This actually stacks up fairly well to the Flying Dog.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it may be not quite as complex as the Rising Dog, but it's definitely certainly something comparable, and stacks up there with the best pale ales out there around, the American style pale ales. So I think I'm going to give this one a high 4.0 out of 5.
Yeah, I think 4 1/4 or maybe even 4 1/2 is totally merited.
Yeah, like 4 1/4 or 4 1/2.
I'm going to go with 4 1/4.
4 1/4.
Show restraint, just like they did.
Basically the same thing. All right, so yeah, thanks for bringing this one out. This is really nice, and I hope you guys do much better than that, and start expanding because you got some amazing brews on your hand. At least from what we can tell from this one, anyway. I think you stout.
If you happen to find yourself in Maine or the anywhere in New England where this happens to be available, I would definitely recommend this without hesitation.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is really easy to drink, and you just want something to quench your thirst. Very much so recommended. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer reviews with special guest HeistAlmighty, and we'll talk to you later. Cheers. Crack.